Um, and I'd like to talk to you about volunteers and the volunteer program here. Um, that program is administered, run, and promoted by Marc Seguin, our manager of volunteer services. And I think the general consensus is he does a splendid job of the work. Uh, and in consequence, we have a fantastic volunteer base at this society. Indeed, volunteers here contribute about 26,000 hours, indeed more than 26,000 hours annually. Um, that's the equivalent of about 14 and a quarter full-time positions, which is 30% of all work done at the society. It's if we were to value it at the average wage paid at the society, that would be worth more than $660,000 a year. We have volunteers working in every major program in the society, and often doing the lion's share of the work in those programs. Simply put, the society could not do the work it does without that tremendous volunteer support. And in keeping that support going, in recognizing the volunteers, in promoting their interests, Marc Seguin is second to none.
Marc gets us the right people for our volunteer positions that we need filled here at Positive Living in the support department. He gets his people for the lounge, Polly and Esther's. He works hard and screens the applicants so that our job is easier. Thanks, Marc.
I'm Stephen King, the operations coordinator. I've worked with Marc on many different projects out of that volunteer coordination office. Volunteer coordination really ties a lot of the areas of the organization together. Makes it so all of us can run our programs and services. He's helped a lot with us in the operations in dealing with the reception volunteers and the iCafe volunteers, always finding the right people to get in there that can do the job. Without the volunteer coordination office doing all of these things, none of us would be able to function in any of our roles and be able to do what we do for the members and the day-to-day operations.
I'm happy to talk about Marc. Marc's thorough interview before my interview is very helpful. He is able to flesh out the reasons why people want to volunteer, what would be the best fit for them, for their skills and abilities, and how the person would benefit from their placement. So when it comes my turn to interview people, I won't repeat the same questions, and I can focus on the program and get to know them a bit better. Another very helpful thing about Marc, if I have any concerns or warnings about a volunteer and not too sure where to go with that, he's a very big help. I'm not on my own. We talk about this and we follow through, so it's supportive for the volunteer and helpful for the program, which then again serves the members well. I couldn't do it without him.
Marc supports the work that I do because he's always referring me fantastic volunteers to support all of our efforts in the health promotion department. I think Marc really has this ability to see the potential in people and help them become engaged in the work that we do, and most importantly help them stay engaged over the long term. He's not afraid to have courageous conversations with people when issues arise, and for that I am very grateful. So in health promotion we use a variety of different volunteers, but whether they are the first time volunteering in any capacity at Positive Living, or they are long-time healthcare professionals, experts in their fields, he makes sure that they understand the unique sensitivities of working with people with HIV and make sure that these people are a good fit for our members and help to support their health. So they really get an idea of our organization, the values of our organization, our philosophy, and who our members are. And so without Marc, most of my health promotion programming just wouldn't be possible. Thanks.
Coordination or volunteers are really the heart of our organization, and not only do they help us do all the great stuff that we do, but it provides an opportunity for our volunteers volunteers to give back meaningfully. And a key element of that is really not only selecting volunteers that are appropriate for the jobs, but also training them up and getting them prepared, which is a huge task. Everything from learning about the organization, learning about issues around HIV, learning about the history of the movement. There's a lot that goes into it, and the volunteer coordinator and the volunteer coordination team and office do a great job in doing that, and they make it easier for us to work with volunteers and bring them to the next level. And I can't say enough about the great work that Marc does and his team.
They are indeed, you've probably heard this again and again, the backbone of the organization, which is very true and couldn't be referenced enough. Close to this time, we got 69% of our volunteers are also members volunteers. So not only are they members accessing services, they're giving back to the organization, and they do so in the departments in a variety of ways. So we have what we consider low barrier volunteering. So really helping support volunteers who are coming into the organization, giving them a chance where perhaps in other organizations they haven't been able to get in and volunteer. And here we help volunteers who may have different challenges regarding learning a computer for the first time, or may have English as a second language, or low literacy in different areas. And you know, sometimes it works out and it's lovely, and we really see the rewards. It's a win-win situation when that happens. And other times we really need some volunteers who come with a high skill set, who are professionals in their area, who are certified, and I think very much of areas of like our practitioners, and you know, for the protection of our members, really need those certifications in place. I have what I'd like to say is I have a lot of awe and inspiration for the staff members I work with, because on a regular basis they really are there to help support the volunteers in their role. You know, the volunteers, you know, they're living their lives, and you know, they've got things happening at home and you know, with their partners and families and housing and all those things, and perhaps different issues having to do with, you know, addictions and health, etc. And the staff members are always on a regular basis continually seem to be supportive and understanding, and helping the volunteers continue to be engaged in the organization, even when there's gaps at times to be off for illness. I take my hat off to our staff members and our volunteers, and they really do the good work in all the work and placements in the organization. So anyway, I think this was our child number 27. I'm not sure, Robin. So anyway, that's it.